Starbucks mobile ordering is becoming so popular that there are concerns that it could be slowing some orders down. According to CX Dive, Starbucks mobile ordering is growing in popularity with more than 3 in 10 Starbucks orders made through the Starbucks Rewards app during the last quarter. A quote, mid teens percent, end quote, of mobile orders went uncompleted, according to Starbucks CEO. As a result, Starbucks plans to establish a new set of procedures for baristas called the Siren Craft System to speed up order fulfillment. Chris, mobile ordering, talk about something we've been on the bandwagon for a long time. Is this good or bad for Starbucks in the long run?
Oh man, I think it's a great question. I mean, to me, I'm worried. I'm worried that this is heading down the road of bad in the long run.
Oh no. How
Yeah,
come?
I really am. I think Pandora's box has been open, and there's no going back. It's the analogy I was trying to think about yesterday. It's a little bit like self checkout at the grocery store at this point,
Mm,
but grocers went all in, and now they're pulling it back. But I don't think Starbucks can do that at this point. Um, and so the other thing that makes the other thing that concerns me about that is what does it mean for the Starbucks brand in the long term? Starbucks, Starbucks, when you get down to it, if you've been in one lately, it feels less and less like a third place every day. Like I
right.
was in one that I went into the one, I hadn't been in a long time, but I went to the Starbucks where I used to write all my articles for the first 2 years of Omni Talk, 5, 6 articles a month. And now there isn't even a place to sit like at all, like hardly. And so I don't even think about going in and ordering anymore. And you can be the only one in line and it could take you 20 minutes to get through the queue, which has been deluged by mobile orders, which it makes for a not a great experience to come in the store. There's no place to sit and then you're just kind of at the whim of when your order is going to come through. And even for like cake pops, it took me 15 minutes to get cake pops the other day because they put cake pops in the queue with everything else. And
Mhm.
it's just really, it's not a great in-store experience anymore, which is probably why Howard Schultz came out and said the same thing this week.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that. I mean, I
Okay.
I guess my question is like,
I don't know what you do.
why does it have to be the 3rd place? Like, that's not a model that I think Starbucks
Mm,
can continue to operate anymore.
mm.
The pay is too costly. They're dealing with all of these issues with unions. Like, I think when Howard Schultz came out and said, like, we need to talk about improving our stores. I'm not sure what the, siren craft system exactly is,
Right.
but I mean, I've said this before. Like, I think that the humans in this process are actually what are holding up the mobile order. I mean, when you look at what's happening, like you have somebody pulling a ticket, you have somebody putting the tickets all over the place. Like they're losing track of what order those things are in, putting them on cups, and then they're getting the orders prepared, and the human is mixing all the drinks. I think that Starbucks should and could move to a 100% automated process. That mobile order goes in, the queuing is all accurately added up, and then the drinks are made right then and there. They don't need to have the human elements involved. I think you do need humans involved in, the handoff process, the barista process of greeting people as they're coming up in front of their orders. I think that's still important, but I think the success of Starbucks is more about consistency in orders and getting your orders quickly than it is about being that place anymore. I think this is the new evolution of where Starbucks has to go. Maybe the reserve concepts can be the place where you still go in and sit down and hang out, but I think it's two almost separate business models at this point. And we're seeing other QSR retailers like Chipotle, the Chipotle founder Steve L is like going in the same direction. Like we're automating the avocados. This is not like the guacamole making. Like this is not what's giving people happiness about working in these environments. This is not a motivating job. This is something that can be easily automated and then focus on paying those, 2 or 3 people that are running the stores that are doing the handoff higher wages, giving them benefits, and really having the store run more efficiently.
Mm.
But what are,
I don't
where
know. I
where
don't know
do
if
you
I
fall
like
on
that
this?
because then long run, you're Starbucks. You're competing on price and efficiency. That's it. I mean, ultimately, and you're ripe for disruption if you go that route. So I don't know. That's a big bet to play versus like figuring out the right operational strategy to make sure that people aren't waiting in store, the right, allocation of your real estate for tables versus pickup, the right placement of your stores for pickup only versus, the stores you can still go in and sit down because a lot of people still use Starbucks for business, for for meeting people and all that. So
But is that beneficial to
I,
Starbucks? I mean,
I
no, they have to
you,
clean the bathrooms, the tables, like all that stuff, which
it's a
should
lot of
be
volume you're losing
allocated
too, though, and it's a lot of volume you're asking to push through mobile ordering over time. So I
or
don't,
just pick up
and again, it
ordering.
makes you makes you very defenseless against somebody else that comes in with a better automation scheme, a trendy concept, and I don't, I don't know. But the point is, I think the big point here, which is what the question was getting at, right, is like this is a big issue.
Mhm.
I mean, you're telling Starbucks to go in this complete different direction because of what mobile ordering is. And so, regardless of how you look at it, like the Pandora's box, I mean, essentially has been open, right? I mean, it is. I mean, there's no going back then from what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't think that Starbucks needs to I don't think you get any you're not getting volume from people sitting in the store and using your coffee shop as a business place. You could just as like you could pick up and order. I think that's where the future is going to be. Not in having people sit there for the whole day and write articles. Sorry, Chris, but I think that if they're going to continue the momentum that they need, it's more about consistency and knowing like I'm addicted to that Starbucks coffee. I want it fast. I want it easy. And how do I get that done as quickly as possible?